I am a member of the Greater New Haven branch of the NAACP Youth Council, and I will be interviewing Elnora Potter, who is a longtime standing member of the Greater New Haven branch of the NAACP. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me today. As you may know, this is the 100th centennial anniversary of the NAACP, and many young people have not had an opportunity to share some of the rich history of the organization, which you and many other pioneers helped to create. This is our opportunity to capture these moments and learn from your efforts. Would you begin by telling me your name and the date when you joined the NAACP?
My name is Elnora Potter, and I joined the NAACP when they revived the chapter. It was late 78 or 79. Edward White, along with a group of branch members that had been part of the original branch, petitioned National to reinstate the branch, and that was when I came on board.
Were there any important events in this country that made your commitment to the NAACP even stronger?
I don't specifically recall what was going on nationally, but as I recall in New Haven in particular, there were problems with fair employment practices. They were not hiring blacks in all areas, and we wanted an open market for employment. This was one of the things that was going on. There was a time when, under Mr. Hooks in the 80s or early 90s, when we discovered that the state universities had very few, if any, people of color on their staff, and they had black students attending. So a survey was done where they gathered information from either the state the main office, the main governing body from of the four colleges, or from some statistics that were available, public record. But they were able to pull together the fact that there was just a token representation, and they wanted to open that field up for a better mix of races. And so they petitioned, and as a result of that, the colleges began to hire more blacks in the teaching roles. These are the things that were important to me. I don't recall specifically what was going on in New Haven, other than things of that sort. Later on, we had the violence and the youth being, I don't know how to put this. The youth were being picked up for inconsequential things, and they felt that they were being unfairly involved with the police, and so we wanted to stop that situation. And the youth, we did publications on how they should behave when they were approached by the police, so that they wouldn't get into additional trouble by not speaking respectfully, things of this sort. They were given written instructions on how to deal with that problem. And then later on, we had this driving while black, which is present now in some communities in the New Haven area. Conclusion to my interview, I want to just mention that when I came to New Haven in 1952, the only thing black women only openings for black women were to work in the phone company on the night shift as an operator. The University of New Haven was not hiring, the telephone company was not hiring clerical workers, and the Yale University was not hiring blacks in the offices. As a result, I took the state civil service exams and the federal civil service exams in order to get employment here. I worked for the federal government for a year at the examining station, and then in around 1953 or 54, I took the state job at Southern. It was New Haven State Teachers College at that point. It's now Southern Connecticut State University. And I started in as a clerk and worked my way up to executive assistant, finishing 38 years plus of employment there. But that's one of the avenues that we had to follow in order to get employment. This, as I said, this goes back to the early 50s. Okay?